Hello everyone, today in Sangee's Cookery we're going to see how to prepare the brinji rice. Brinji rice is very famous in Tamil Nadu. Brinji, the word, is nothing but the tej pata which we call it in Hindi. So in Tamil it is called as the brinji elai. So this particular rice predominantly uses tej pata or the brinji elai as the main ingredient. This rice is somewhat similar to biryani except that this uses coconut milk as the main ingredient, and this can be prepared with few veggies itself, unlike the biryani with lot of vegetables. Another important point in brinji rice is that it uses the local rice like the jeerika samba rice or any other local rice, rather than using the basmati rice. And this is a very flavorful rice and it's a one pot meal by itself and it can be quickly prepared. So let's see how interestingly we can prepare this. But before we go into the preparation, if you are watching a video for the first time, I would request you all to subscribe to my channel and also click on the bell icon for further interesting recipes and notifications. The ingredients required for preparing the brinji rice are: I've taken 2 onions sliced into thin strips like this, 2 tomatoes, 3 green chilies, 1 tablespoon of cashew nuts, 1 big cup of basmati rice. It is a big cup, bigger than the 200 ml. I've taken the mixed veggies of carrot, beans and peas, 1 potato. Just put it in water so that the color does not change. I've taken 1 big glass of the thick coconut milk. So for the ginger garlic paste, I've taken about 7 to 8 cloves of garlic and 1 small piece of ginger which will be ground into a smooth paste, 1 tablespoon of dhania powder, salt as per taste, chili powder about 1 teaspoon, fennel powder or the soft powder 1 teaspoon, biryani masala or the garam masala 1 teaspoon, some fresh pudina and coriander leaves required for garnishing while cooking the brinji, 4 to 5 slices of the bread which is to be cut into pieces and will be fried in oil, some oil required for frying as well as some ghee required for frying. The whole masalas which is required are 4 to 5 bay leaves, 1 Marathi moog, 3 to 4 elaichi or the cardamom, and this is the stone flower or the ash flower we call it as. In Tamil we call it as kalpasi, 2 to 3 cloves, 2 star anise, 3 to 4 pieces of cinnamon sticks, 1 teaspoon of salt. First, in a pressure pan I am adding 2 to 3 tablespoons of ghee. The more ghee you add, it adds flavor to the brinji. You can also add a mix of little bit of oil as well. So to this I am going to add in the whole masalas, 3 to 4 bay leaves, the Marathi moog, cardamom, the star anise, cloves, the stone ash, cinnamon sticks and also the sauce. Yeah, once the whole masala has got fried, I am adding the sliced onions as well as the green chilies. You can also add a little bit of salt while frying the onions. While the onions are getting fried, I am just going to grind the ginger garlic paste. I have added lots of garlic and little bit of ginger. To this fried onions, I am adding 2 big tablespoons of the fresh ginger garlic paste. Fry it nicely. So once the ginger garlic paste is also nicely fried, we are going to add the chopped tomatoes and fry this for a few minutes. While the tomatoes are getting fried, we'll add in the other spice powders as well. The chili powder, some turmeric powder, salt as per taste, dhania powder, soft powder. I'm also adding the biryani masala powder. If you don't have the biryani masala powder, you can always add any pulao masala, or if you don't have even the pulao masala, you can add the garam masala powder. So now you can see the onions and tomatoes and the ginger garlic paste along with the chilies have come to a nice thick consistency like this. So to this I'm going to add a handful of coriander leaves and also a handful of pudina leaves. So we'll add this right now, and I've also saved the remaining to be added later. Now we'll also add in the mixed vegetables. I'm adding the carrots, beans and the potatoes and also some fresh peas. You can even add butter beans. There are a lot of people who do this particular brinj rice only with butter beans and soya chunks as well. Mix it up nicely and let it cook. So it's been about 5 minutes that the veggies have been cooking in the masala. I'm also adding the soaked rice which has been washed and soaked for about 30 minutes. I'm just adding only the rice, not the water. First carefully just mix up the rice along with the veggies in the masala. It's been about 2 to 3 minutes. The rice has been frying nicely in the veggies. You just have to make sure that you don't break the rice and carefully mix it up. Now we'll add the coconut milk as well as the water. So I'm adding about 1 cup of the thick coconut milk as well as 1 more cup of the plain water. This is sufficient for cooking the veggies in the rice. Carefully mix it up nicely. I'm just adding about 2 teaspoons of ghee so that it does not get burnt at the bottom. Mix it up nicely and then you can close this and cook it on a medium flame for about 15 minutes. While the rice is getting cooked in simmer for about 15 minutes, I'm going to deep fry the bread pieces as well as the cashew nut pieces in some ghee and oil. Make sure that the oil is in low flame so that it doesn't get burnt, and once it becomes brown, you can take it out. Similarly, I'll be frying all the bread pieces as well as the cashew nuts. Now we have the deep fried bread as well as the cashew nut pieces. I've just heated up a dosa pan, and once it gets heated up, I'll be placing the pot where we have made the brinj on top of this dosa pan. We're going to do the dum cooking for this. So we're going to keep the flame of the dosa pan somewhere between medium to low, and I'm also going to add the fried bread pieces to it and also the fried cashew nuts. Carefully mix it up so that you don't break the rice. So finally, I'm also going to top it up with some fresh pudina and coriander leaves. Now carefully mix it up, and on dum cooking, you have to cook it for about 10 minutes on a low flame. Basically, the bread, the fried bread and everything will get mixed up in the brinj rice, and it will give you a very good flavor, and it will also become slightly soft as well. So it's been about 10 minutes. It's been cooking on dum. I'm just going to switch off the flame. And you can see the vegetable also has been perfectly cooked, and all the bread pieces have been nicely soaked, and it's really mouth-watering. So finally, I'll just garnish with some more pudina and coriander leaves. The very famous wedding special brinj rice is served with empty salna as well as with the onion raita. So I hope you'll all try out this recipe, and if you like it, please share it with your friends and relatives. Have a great day.